All right, we are back. Sorry for the interruption that we had just a moment ago. And we had just a major issue that happened. I can't tell you what. Let's go back to radar as we're tracking this tornado warning that is just to the west of us in Newton County. Let's go back to Meridian Honda radar, and we pulled this up this morning. And here's what we got. Let's zoom into this. This tornado warning is going to be until 8:30 this morning as we follow this storm. We've got tornado warnings in this area that we really need to watch, and as we move forward here, a lot of storm activity that's going on here to the west of us over in the county here. All right, we're getting back, and I apologize if you're just tuning in. We're not quite sure what issue happened just a moment ago. Power blinked, and something didn't grab real quick, and it froze everything up. We apologize for the issue there. We are back with us as we look at this. Now, tornado warnings around the state of what we've got. Let's look at all that we know of at the moment. Let's turn this on where we can see. Tornado warnings here. We go here south of the Jackson, southeast of Jackson, Mississippi, due south of Forest in the McGee area. This is a very serious storm, 58-mile-an-hour shear winds. This is moving to the northeast near Raleigh. This also will move across as we look at this. This will get through Montrose, Lewin area, and this will also make its way through Hickory in these areas as we look at this morning. Here's our tornado warning as we're watching this. We have roughly 36 minutes remaining on this. Now this will push. This is starting to move into Newton County as we follow this storm. Where is the bad weather happening? Well, here we are right here in this western side. Let's zoom in a little bit closer and look at some of these locations and see where you live and to relationship of where the storm is. Now, if we look at this and we go, here's Highway 80. If we go south, right from Lawrence and go down 505, this is where we are. You make sure. Let's see here. We had an issue. Let me do something here and see what our issue is. I guess got a note. Yeah, it did, and everything came back except our YouTube channel. And I don't know the answer to that. Let's reboot that and see if that does anything there. Let's hope that works itself out. All right, let's go back. Text everybody and go back here as we go back to radar this morning. No. All right, let's issues happen is the best I can answer on that. Here we are. What we'll do is we're going to take a quick break here. I'm going to log off, and then we're going to log back on to television here. We start our show at 8 o'clock. I'm going to let this reconfigure, let it think just a second, and then we'll go back live with all the information that we have. Okay, wait a minute. No, we're live. It's working. That works, so we'll just stay live. All right. Now that we know what's going on. All right, let's go back in and look at where we were as we look at this tornado warning that is in Newton County. As we update this, well, let's see here. We may have just gotten an update here that may have just gotten canceled. Let's do a hard refresh. Let me check here. This may have just simmered down just a little bit. Considerable in those areas. Tornado warning for Lawrence, Smith. All right, let me go back and pull radar up. We're just making absolutely sure that we're 100% right on everything. I want to make sure I'm not telling you a fib. We have, this has been dropped. Pull that back up. The National Weather Service is stopping this for some reason 30 minutes early as they see the threat has gone down. That's good news. But again, as we were talking, if you live on Highway 503, it's serious weather there. We've got a lot of rain in the area, Montrose, as we come on down, and we'll watch this storm here. Wait a minute. We just had a major glitch. I'll back up on what I just said. That is It has not been canceled. My apologies. I didn't see it somewhere, and it is definitely there. Tornado warning still in effect until 8:30. Let's go back diving into this. I apologize for that that little glitch that happened. It messed with a few things there for a moment. We are under a tornado warning again, Newton County, until 8:30 as we watch this closely. Let's zoom in on this and look at everything that's happening in Newton County. Again, as we zoom in, we got 505 is where we're watching this. West of there is where the storm is making its way across the county. These areas here, if you live anywhere in this neck of the woods, please be careful. Green Grove School, that will be in the warned areas. We watch this come across the county. Highway 515, these areas here, we're watching it very closely as all these storms come on in, Candace. As Candace makes her way into the studio this morning as we watch all of this. This is not the first or the second round of what we've got. As you see here, here's what we've got this morning, all the way up to Union, Mississippi as we follow this to 8:30. Just on the east side of Forest, we've got a lot of activity going on with the heavy, heavy rain this morning. Let's see here. I got another note that I wanted to check, wanted to make sure. As we look at the different things of messages that I'm getting dealing with the weather. All right. Raleigh, Mississippi, y'all be on the prepared end of this. It's going to be near y'all soon. Again, just south of I-20 is the threat at the moment as we're looking at Newton County. You need to seek shelter if you're in those areas there. Anywhere in this warned area, right there's where the storm is. But we go all the way to Union, Mississippi, and we follow this out just to the west there of the Duffy Volunteer Fire Department. All of these areas, East Central Community College, you're involved in this. We want you to be careful. This is cutting right across, right here at the Veterans Cemetery. That's where that line draws. Now, I'm sure that we've had our share of rain this morning as we look at all this. Candace joins us in the studio this morning as we follow these storms.
Good morning. Yeah.
Have you?
Candace is nervous because Candace don't like bad weather. Yeah.
One of those things. Now, can we guarantee which county will get this next? No, we cannot. But we're going to be here to watch this and follow this all the way through. Let me double check with the National Weather Service of the latest that they're putting out there. Radar indicated Jefferson Davis County dropping. Scott County warning is going out. That is fading away for sure as we look at this.
We got a message.
We have all of these that are still floating around. Yeah, we still have all of those. Okay. The Conehatta area. We want to make sure. All right. We go back to radar this morning. Today is one of those days that we want to urge everybody that is watching us. If you can hear us, you can see us. It is a reason to be alarmed. Very serious weather as we look at this. Let's go back to Meridian Honda radar. Do you see this? We got a storm cell now that has popped up right here at the northwest corner. This is that storm that's been hovering right over Forest. It's coming in this northwest corner and will come across Newton County and then on toward into Neshoba County. Right along in there. So the areas around the Dollar General, we want to make absolutely sure that you're all right. Chunky is not in the warned area at the moment, as we've had several people asking about that. 8:30, right through here is where we have that line that cuts right there, right past the Veterans Cemetery, and this will go all the way up to the corner of the county and cut right here to the top of the county is what we're watching very intently as this storm comes across. Now, early this morning at about 5:25, we had a tornado just like that touch down in Jones County. Tore up some trees. I don't think anybody was hurt. We did have Adams County. Everybody know where Natchez, Mississippi is? We had a home hit. 8 people were trapped.
Oh, goodness.
So no death that I'm aware of. But they did issue that.
They're asking about Little Rock and Chunky.
Yeah, that's those areas that we've been watching right here. And let me show you here in the background. Newton, Decatur, you're involved in this. The storm is just to the west of downtown Newton at this point. As it moves out of Jasper County, you're in the clear now. Just barely a little bit here in Scott County on that edge there. Just as you come out of Newton County into Scott County, as we turn on our locations, we'll see that right before you get to the roadside park, it halts there. It comes across. That's our line right now that we're watching. The southwest corner of Newton County, if you live there, And again, what we're talking right there, Lawrence, Mississippi, those areas getting really close to Highway 15. If you live on Highway 15, you need to seek shelter. Any of these areas that I've brought up, seek your shelter. There's a veteran cemetery. The Red Goat in east back to Meridian is not under a warning at this point. I want to make very clear on that. Now, I did not say, Candace, that it's not flooding, and Noah might come by with a boat in a minute.
Yeah, they were asking also about Union. You did say that's included in that area.
It is. As you look here now,
Union.
Union, y'all are not getting wet right now, but by gosh, it's coming.
Yeah.
As we look right here, Lori Moore, if you're watching this from the Conahatta area, you are in this tornado warning until 8:30. The storms are just on the outskirts. I know it's raining hard in Conahatta right now. If you're down at the stop sign down there where Easham's Hardware is in that area, and you see all this up back toward the post office, but there's heavier rain right behind it. Now, let's just be frank of how meteorology works and radars. The National Weather Service gives the absolute best they can. We've got radar systems in Jackson, Mississippi, as we all know that there's a tower blocking that. No matter who you are, what you do, a radar is only good. If we name a road, let's pull this back up. Let me just show you this. Because of this is just life. If we get in here and we look at this storm and we say, all right, it's right here, there's a chance we're dealing with Mother Nature that it could be moving a little bit faster than radar grabbed it. So if you live anywhere within a mile of where we're talking about, take that as your term to seek shelter.
Right.
I watched a gentleman not long ago in another state that was covering a tornado. And he was giving it like I do, down to the road of where it is. And he was so shocked when the tornado was ahead of him, tearing up. I mean, it was probably a mile and a half ahead of him.
Yeah.
And he was so shocked, and it was hurting him that he couldn't warn them.
Right.
But always remember, it's Mother Nature. It can sometimes a fluke change
Right.
something.
It can. It's unpredictable for sure. I was watching yesterday where Odie was saying that you can text. You can text to 888-777, and then what you text to that number is 39301, and then it will give you the Nixle weather updates also on your phone.
And as I spoke with the Lauderdale County Emergency Management Team, they've already set up. They're ready for anything that goes on now. They've got all their officials in place. They're on go mode when it comes to severe weather. They'll contact me. We'll pass it on to you if they see something that I don't,
Right.
just to give you some backup reassurance as we all work together for the common good of everybody in our area.
And that number is what Scotty Ray's talking about, that Odie and them. It's the Emergency Management Association.
Now, Candace, as we look at this, I don't want to leave any, because we got a lot of people that watch us due north of here. Let's pull this up here in Neshoba County. Here's our radar. Here's our tornado warning that we're watching very closely. We have, by the way, 25 minutes remaining on Newton County. Now, I have not gotten anything that says that this has been on the ground. This is radar indicated. Always remember, at any given moment, a tornado can drop down when these are done anywhere in that warned area. We're looking right here just west of Newton, approaching Decatur. It could happen. As we look at Neshoba County, and as I spoke with Eric Clark earlier this morning, me and him woke each other up somewhere around 4:30, and we're talking. Look at the rain that is coming down. Now, you get on 19, this is a 2-lane road. How many wrecks have we had there?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Highway 16 out past the casino, when that goes back to 2-lane after you pass the casinos and you go on toward Carthage, very dangerous road. As you go 19 toward Louisville, any of these areas, folks, this is a very dangerous place to be. Highway 16 to DeKalb. Look at the rain.
Where's can you zoom in to see if you can find Highway 491? I know that's right off of 19. It should be right there.
Right there is Highway 491.
That's
That area there, and this will take you all the way up to Ford Store. Right over here, let me turn on locations and show you. This is going to be right here where our friends at Talbert are. Raining heavy, and this will run into Highway 491, and then you can take this right on up to Ford Store. This will run out. Here's Ford Store there. You take a little right-hand turn and go past Mars Methodist Church. Everybody knows where that is. Here's the Dollar General. Right here is Ford Store. Now, this is approaching our friends in Kemper County. Y'all be ready. Rain is coming near y'all as well. Lauderdale County, we don't have a lot just yet, but we will before the day's out. And again, the National Weather Service is telling us that this is going to be a long event. This won't be in 2 hours. This is over.
Yeah.
We've got heavy rain. I know the last I looked and done a scan until about 11 o'clock in Philadelphia, those areas, Kazi, Esco. If you live up around Louisville and you go to eat at Lake Tiacata, it's cutting up.
Yeah.
And it will be at least through lunchtime. We have some folks repeating that number, don't we? There?
Yes.
As we look at the Preston area, getting reports there that it's heavy rain there. Let's go back down in here. Let's look at our points of interest. Let's look at this. Now, as I pull this up, Bartlett area, Lawrence, you will have the storm in 16 minutes. Downtown Newton, 21 minutes from now at the corner here, the heart of this storm is headed toward you. If you'll look at these little lit up areas, that's what we've got. Now, we move across Cedar Grove, you will have the storm in 21 minutes also. Let's look at our second leg of this that's coming out of Scott County that's going to be affecting this part here, cutting across Newton County and on toward Neshoba. Right now, this storm is at Prospect. Will it be there 9 minutes? It will move across New Ireland, the Dixon community, as you get down where the Neshoba County fairgrounds are. 22 minutes is your timeline before this storm reaches you. That's enough time to get to where you go. Now, I know sometimes I sound like a broken record when I start talking about things you ought to do. But all of this, Candace, is meant very seriously when we get into a storm. Whether you think you look ugly or not, it doesn't matter.
Just get your stuff and go. Yeah. Or just go.
Yeah, your hair, don't worry about it because put a football helmet on.
Yeah.
If you got one, or a bicycle helmet. Anything like motorcycle helmets, they protect you.
Right.
Then we get into, if you've got a tree over your home, you heard me talk about that last night, get away from the couch that has that tree overhanging it. Or maybe you've got a bedroom that's got it and you're laying there watching us now. Roll out and go somewhere else.
Right. Because a lot of people think, oh, it's not doing anything right now. I'm just going to sleep a little bit longer. But I've called all my people on the way over here. I'm like, get up, watch the weather, get to your safe place.
You most likely have a cinnamon roll in the kitchen that is calling you. Go eat it. Don't wait any longer. Be safe and eat something. Now, as we go back here, let's look at Newton. We've got some serious rain now in downtown Newton. Let's get a closer look and start talking about some streets of where this tornado warning is. As we see here, here's the Lazy Boy plant all around here. You need to be in your shelter. Anywhere near here, if you know right here where the Veteran Cemetery is, back west to the end of the county line, take your shelter now. Our friends that are right down here at Myers Processing that sits there off of Highway 15, y'all need to be in your safe place. I don't know what you got there that's safe. Do that.
Yes.
The airport area, a lot of rain coming down at the airport right there in Newton County, possibly some storms. Let's see. We had Storm and Norman sent a message. Tornado just passing south of Conahatta and move over just north of Decatur. And what Norman is talking about is this area right there. As it comes out, it will move just north of there. So very serious as we look at that.
A lot of people were asking about the number again to text to. It's the Lima number. It's 888-777. It's for the Nixle weather updates. And then that's the number you text to. And then you text 39301, I guess, or whatever your zip code is.
Correct.
Whatever your zip code is the number that you text to that. So, and you can scroll up into the comments if you need to know. It's not the area code, it's the zip code. LaWanda said area code. It's not the area code, but the zip code.
Right here, we're getting confirmed that a tornado has been spotted in this area. Now, there's a difference between spotted and one on the ground, but it's been confirmed that one has been spotted in the area. So we want anybody that is in this area right here to pay close attention. Seek shelter now. If you're in a mobile home, go there. If you're in a brick home, go to the center of your house. Away from windows. Stay away from all that. That glass can hurt you is why that's always said.
Right. And when he said this area, he meant the area on the screen.
Correct.
Not in
now
our area. But.
As we look at what the National Weather Service just told us, they have lifted the tornado warning for downtown Newton. It has moved north. Let's go to Turkey Creek Water Park. Do you live anywhere near that? Over to Decatur, downtown. This is our concern now as we have reports that there is a confirmed tornado in the area there. Let's zoom in and look at our streets and tell you where this is. All right, here is the campus of East Central Community College. This is going to go just due north of there as we zoom in. Here's the campus. This is going to be Decatur Conahatta Road. It will cross Sims Road right across 8th Avenue and cross Highway 15 into this subdivision right there. Here's O. Smith Road. Do you live there? Or maybe you live on Wooten Road. Right there is where this crosses, and everybody to the northwest of there is in the tornado warning. If you live east of there, Little Rock, Decatur Road, you're okay right there. It will take all the way up here and cross. Here is the post office sitting at Little Rock. It's just west of there on Highway 494 that is still in that warned area. We go back over to the edge of the county. Let's go right back here as we talked about Conahatta Post Office. We'll go north and follow this. Right up through here. Here's Conahatta Prospect Road. Anybody that lives near Mount Zion School and the church, you need to seek shelter now. Mills Road, do you live in that area? As we go northward and we follow this Greenfield Road, that's also included in this. Now, as you'll see here, the storm is just to the west of there as it comes across. Again, I urge you, if you're anywhere in this warned area, don't wait, go now. Carry your phone with you. But be in your safe place, because these are very dangerous, and we don't want to have to sit here and talk about we lost a life in our area.
Yeah.
Overnight, Candace, we lost a mother and a son to our west as it came through Texas and Louisiana. A little boy and his mother were killed. Almost brings a tear to my eye to even talk about it. Do I know the circumstances that were around it? No, I don't.
Yeah.
But I do know that somebody lost their life, and they won't be here at Christmas for the rest of their family. Horrible. Now, if you live in Union, you are not out of the clear. It goes right up there to downtown Union. If you're in that area now, getting to work early, seek your shelter now, no matter where that might be. All right, let's see here. I got, it was just south of Shreveport where the death was. It was in Louisiana, right there where Shreveport, we had a lot of those. When Odie was here with me last night, we were talking about those warnings. Someone lost their life. It can happen that quickly. Now, as we pull this up and tell you here, this warning is until 8:30, which means we have 16 minutes, Candace, remaining on this tornado warning as we follow this. Now, as we've been talking about it, we're going to keep a watchful eye on this. Let's look at what else is happening. I cannot tell you the wrecks that happen.
I just saw the lightning through the window, and I knew the thunder was fixing to hit.
And the thunder rolls.
Yes.
I-20, there at the split, that is one of the most dangerous places that we have in Lauderdale County, especially people coming in. They come around that curve and they lose it. It's wet. They lose traction. They get hurt. We don't want you to be a victim of this. All over Lauderdale County and the West Lauderdale area, it is pouring rain as we look at this. Now, we see here in Mize, Mississippi, whatever happens here, y'all see this? You see how this is going? Y'all be ready, and this will clip and head this way toward Lauderdale County. So you're thinking, well, no, nothing's going to happen. No, that's not the case. We've got more storms there on the way as we watch this. We've got 58-mile-an-hour shear winds with this down here. Why am I talking about this? Because it will affect you in a little while.
Yeah.
We always try to keep a watchful eye east and west of wherever your location is. Look here north of Forest. Look at that rain.
So those arrows that you just pointed to around Mize, is
Right
that going
there.
to come up through around Enterprise?
It will go
Little
through
bit?
Lewin, the track that is on through Montrose, and then enter most likely and clip the corner here of northeast, the southeast corner here of Newton County, and could affect Enterprise because it's Mother Nature. It's going
Right.
to move right through here somewhere into Lauderdale County as we watch that.
This morning when I was looking like real early in the middle of the morning, it looked like it was just going to miss us and go, but that just shows you how it changes
Quickly.
so fast. It looked like it was going to go straight up through Starkville and just continue on that track, but obviously it's dropped down south some.
The National Weather Service tells us that a confirmed tornado was located over Conahatta or near Prospect and was moving northeast at 35 miles an hour. That is what we were told from the National Weather Service. They are in the know, and they know absolutely. Decatur's still in this this watch box, as somebody asked that question there. Smith County, 810 Smith County, which is to the southwest of us, and that was probably 6 minutes ago. It's a confirmed tornado, the one that we were just looking at on radar there around Mize, was located near Mount Olive or near McGee, moving to the northeast at 35 miles an hour. Can this hold together? Can it build more? It absolutely can.
I know last night when I was listening to y'all yesterday or whatever, I watched it last night. It was a a redo of the video. But anyway, it was talking about the winds coming from the east and the west and colliding
Yeah.
and how dangerous that is, you know.
And that's what slowed everything down last night as we get into everything, because it was moving quick as it got to the Mississippi
Right.
River, and it stalled at the Mississippi River in between there and I-55 and just dumped rain and more rain on everybody that was in that neighborhood.
And I was hoping the temperatures would be a lot lower this morning, but they're not. And, you know, it says it's going to get, around 70. So that's not
Yeah.
a good thing either when you have the
Tomorrow,
warmer temperatures.
drastic. Y'all going to see her all bundled up. She's going to have a scarf all the way to the top of her ears as we look at this.
Yeah, my scarf wear.
As we pull this back up, we're still watching this. Now, Decatur, we had someone say, well, what about Decatur? What am I doing here? It's to the northwest of downtown Decatur. Parts of the city are in it. If you're on the east side of Decatur, you're okay where the high school is. Let's turn this back up where you can see here sits the high school, the downtown campus. Just north, here's Turkey Creek, right there across the lake. At the northern portion of the lake, it cuts across. There's the main entrance to Turkey Creek. We look at this. This is now out of the area there. Highway 15, anything north of Decatur, Highway 15, you are in our marked zone. You have 12 minutes remaining on this tornado warning. Could this move right on up into Neshoba County? It could. It does look to me that it is losing some intensity, and we certainly hope that that fades away and does not issue another one.
Mm-hmm. Gosh.
All right. Not a day to have your clothes on the line. Let me warn you that.
It's not.
And I joke about
Or your
that.
windows up.
Let me tell y'all this. Right here, if you've got anywhere in this area here, you got your garbage cans that are loose. You've got lawn furniture that is out there.
Trampolines. If you can, I mean, if at all possible, you can flip them over, do it.
It is the state
does
bird of Mississippi.
Yeah, it is.
It flies around all the time.
Yeah. I
secure
watched
those.
one time just take off.
And if
from
you
our
don't think
yard.
that can't hurt you,
Oh, yeah. I always worried about it because a lot of people have them right in their backyards. Well, that can blow into your home. It can blow on top of your home. So if there's any way possible to turn them over, upside down, you know, do that. But
I had someone text me from Carthage just then and said, hey, it's really bad at my house. You might want to stay there. There's no warnings in Carthage. Here's Philadelphia, and that's Carthage there. You don't want to leave home.
Right.
It just is not worth risking your life over having to go somewhere. If you got a doctor's appointment, they're going to wait.
Yeah.
They'll be okay.
Yeah.
They understand. They also have employees that probably don't need to drive in this. This is what all makes it the world go round.
Right.
We do work together.
Yeah. You know, and I think about too, which is not, I mean, your health and your, you know, stuff like that is a lot more important than lawn stuff like decorations. But you think
Yeah.
of all the people who's got all these Christmas decorations out in their yard, got
I
a
need-
lot of money in them.
You better go deflate, those floaty things.
The blow ups.
Yeah, that's
which
the
they
word.
probably don't have them blown up right now. I wouldn't imagine, but still.
You
Yeah.
are you going out there during the lightning to unplug it?
No, I'm not.
Did you
I'd just say, you know,
Have it.
Yeah.
But those things add up, and that's what we're
Yeah.
talking about. Prepare. If you're in Neshoba County, you're going to get wet. If you're on the eastern side of Kemper County here at Scuba, y'all get ready. Eastern Lauderdale County, go put up your lawn furniture or whatever you've got outside because you got time right now.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about our friends down here to the south. Now, early this morning when I sat down, I think it was 3:45 when I got here, and I was looking at my coffee cup thinking, what am I doing? We had torrential, this area right here around Shabuda, and it moved right across Quitman and out the eastern side toward Alabama. That was rough. Now, I've had a lot of people comment, we're watching this, Union. Y'all take shelter. Union, Mississippi, Newton County, north of Decatur. Tornado warning, another 9 minutes remaining on this for you. Let's look at Lauderdale County real quick here, the areas. I know there's a lot of people interested in what's going on there. The Girl Scouts, it is dumping rain. Not a day to sell Girl Scout cookies.
That's right.
Leave that alone also. As we go northward there, this is going to go up right out here, coming close to the red light there at Southeast. Some light showers, nothing hard yet, up by Charlie there at the fireworks stand. We see that we've got showers happening in Long Creek. And the further north you go, the heavier it is. We're going to go over closings here in just a moment. After we get the tornado warning kind of down, we'll get into who's closed. But look at this rain that we've got in western Lauderdale County over at the Water
I
Association.
saw somebody comment a while ago that it was dark clouds in Collinsville and lots of rain.
All right, here's something else we need to watch. We just got something new here. Jasper County, you are now under a tornado warning. Let's pull this up and see what the National Weather Service tells us. And again, this is headed toward Newton, which will eventually make its way to Lauderdale County. That's why it is of a big concern. Western Jasper County, southeastern Smith County under a tornado warning until 9:15 this morning. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 7 miles northeast of Mount Olive, Mississippi, or you could place that about 8 miles east of McGee. It's moving to the northeast Kansas at roughly 35 miles an hour. It is indicated tornado rotation as we do this, flying debris, dangerous to be caught without shelter. And that's what they're telling us from the National Weather Service. Seek your shelter now in these areas. So we've got this until 9:15. And if you will look at this, this is the Four Corners, as we zoom, the country store there at Garland, right there at that stop sign. That is included in this tornado warning. And it barely, if we'll look at this, it barely comes across the county line. Let's zoom in on this. Here's County Road 504. As it comes in just to the northeast there, look at that. Gipwall Road there in Newton County. Y'all are under a tornado warning. Be cautious there. Jody, where are you? All right. Several things happening there. We've got another storm that is developing here that's going to move into that northwest side. Let's see where this is headed at this point. This will be at Buckleytown in 13 minutes. Tanglewood, you will get the storm in 16 minutes. Lawrence, right there, you will have this storm right there where the post office is in 27 minutes, a second leg of the storm. Now, the tornado warning is just going to be due south of you. All right, we have roughly 6 minutes for Union, these areas north of Decatur, before this tornado warning runs out. Let's check on our friends north of there as we look at all of this. Cannot stress to you Highway 15 north of Union going into Philadelphia of how bad that area is. As we get right here to the Linwood Baptist Church, probably one of those ranges where you can barely read the church sign sitting out front, you know, where it says who the pastor is.
Right.
Dixon community, as we get to the Neshoba County Fairgrounds, just south of the Neshoba County Fairgrounds, it's going to get worse as you move there. And this intersects here at Highway 21 and Highway 485, right there at that intersection is where it gets worse. Now, as you come into Philadelphia and you're sitting at that stop sign, you can see the hospital. And you see to your right over here is going to be the pawn, Philadelphia Gun and Pawn. Right there, it's pouring. Okay. As you go northward and you find where the police station is, even out where Walmart is, it's bad. Now, no warnings for y'all, but it is still bad. This is a serious concern to watch here as we watch Silverina, Taylorsville, these areas here. Look how this radar is showing this storm. It's going to cut across here, and we will have some after effects of this here in a little while.
Somebody said it was very still. Chrissy Saldivar said it's very still in Union, no wind, just a dreary, rainy day. It's scary how deceptive the weather can be, and that is true.
It is.
Sometimes the calm is right before, a storm. So just be extra careful.
It's kind of like when you know you've done wrong. You're eating your biscuit, and no one has said anything yet, and you're about to put it in your mouth, and then those words start coming out at you, and you know you're in trouble. That's how the weather does.
Yeah.
And that's just putting it in layman's terms for everybody of what we expect. We do appreciate everybody that joins us. All of you that are watching from home on Fox 30, thank you. Everybody that's joining us on YouTube, thank you so much. And as well as YouTube and our other carriers that carry our show. We're here for one reason only. That is to keep you safe today, because we've got family just like you. We're concerned.
Yes, I've been trying to text mine, and on the way here, I was calling everybody. I was like, hey, Siri, call so-and-so, and I mean, I was just trying to make sure everybody was aware where it was. And
Miss Grace says her girls are watching from Newton, and they're in the hall. And that's a good way to be at this point. Decatur, Little Rock area out of the clear yet. As you look at this, there's going to be more behind this. Right now, Decatur, again, it's that northern tip of Decatur, northwestern corner of the city limits that are still in this. As you get back over here east of Decatur, y'all are okay right now. But it's not over. There is more following this toward you. So don't just think, oh, that's run out. It's okay. 3 minutes remaining on this tornado warning. But I guarantee you, as our guy that used to do the cooking show tells you, there's more coming as we look at this right here. This is a serious storm coming from Mize, Mississippi, making its way toward y'all. Let's go in here. Let's go back to our locations and look at this area here. They've shortened it. They moved this over to the east just a little bit. Let's look at this, Candace. 2 minutes remaining on this right now. This is just past the post office in Conahatta. This is Highway 489. As you go up Highway 489 right here, the Conahatta Elementary School. Hopefully no one is in the school. If they are, I'm not sure about Conahatta. Seemed like somebody said they did go today, that they have sought shelter. I almost said that wrong. The community pond, Pleasant Hill Cemetery, these areas there are included in this. Now, the high school is in the clear. It's moved east of Conahatta High School as we follow 489. Look at this, how bad it gets. As you get right out of Conahatta and you get up here about where this intersects, let's look at this road here, at Allgood Cutoff Road. That's going to get pretty serious there. By the time that you reach, let's see what our road is right here. As we zoom in here, this is going to be Andrew Milling Road. Andrew Milling Road, you can't see your hand.
Yeah.
You can raise your curtains, but you're not going to be able to see outside right now.
They're asking about Philadelphia again. I know he said it was heavy rain right there a while ago.
All around downtown Philadelphia is pouring. As you go northward, Burnside Park, Highway 15, Highway 19, out here at Marty Stewart Land, out here, right there around Arlington. Look at the rain that we've got. Now, there's no tornado warning there. I want to remind everybody of that. There's not a warning. You are under a tornado watch until late this afternoon, but no warning right now. We'll watch it. Could it happen? It sure could. We've roughly got 1.5 minutes remaining on this tornado warning as we watch this one, Candace. Okay. Now, any other questions that people are throwing out? Sometimes I don't see everything that's happening. Terry says that a lot of people are praying, and I don't care who you are. You can make fun of me if you want. Prayer does help things.
That prayer always helps. Yes. It's the one thing you can always depend on is God. Absolutely.
Let me check another thing from the National Weather Service. Let me make sure I'm up to date of what they're passing along to us. Jasper Smith, that was at 8:21. That was about 9 minutes ago. We've already covered that area.
Bonnie Rose said she just got an emergency tornado warning. Where are you located?
Simpson County, I've got a tornado warning for them. As we move up here, Conahatta area, I haven't gotten anything from the National Weather Service otherwise. And that could be an update reminding you of where the bad weather is in your area there.
People are asking about Sebastopol, Union.
Sebastopol, just out of the warned area. All right, it's 8:30. What I'm going to do is do a hard reboot. This should have just expired, but let me reboot this.
Bonnie Rowe was in DeKalb, and she said she just got a tornado warning.
No warnings for DeKalb at this point. We do have a tornado watch. Go back and read that. And
okay. She just said that she got a tornado warning alert.
Okay.
So I'm not sure.
Yeah, we've got a tornado watch for Kemper County, but no warning.
Okay.
But I don't. Anything is subject to change with the weather. So we'll watch it very carefully to make sure. The warnings that we do have, let's go back to radar here. Now, this has expired. Newton County, the National Weather Service tells us that you're okay at this point. But rain is not over as we watch this as it comes here. Taylorsville. Now, all of this is expired. We've got just the Mize area right now. Look at that tornado warning there until 9:15.
And, it could just be a severe thunderstorm warning. You have to be, ready at any time. Because, it could happen. A tornado could pop up at any time with a severe thunderstorm warning, even.
Selena
that happened one time.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
She's talking about in the Prospect here. Kind of got quiet there on Highway 492. Weather is one of the most interesting things that you ever do. You can stand on your front porch and watch that go across. Always seek shelter. Don't be a daredevil.
Right. Yeah. That's right. And anytime the clouds are not all going in the same direction, if you see the clouds moving in different directions, that right there is a big red flag.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just scary.
Let me go back and let's see.
The Tucker community. What about the Tucker community?
No warnings at this point. Let me refresh this. I'm sure it's right, but I don't want to have anything that is not 110% at the very top of everything. All right, as this updates, nothing new from the National Weather Service as I go into their page to see what they're sending out. a lot of times they will send a, hey, I think we may have to do something in a few moments, but we're good. Now, let's go back.
Karen Rickles said that she got a warning alert to take shelter about 3 minutes ago, and she's in southern Neshoba County. So.
No warning yet.
Okay.
But, you know, a lot of these can be from emergency management people.
Right.
Because it is a watched area. But I am 100%. And let me look at another place to make sure that.
Chrissy Saldivar said that Union siren is going off again.
All right, let's see here. Let me refresh here. Let me look at my maps. It is.
She said the wind has picked up and it's heavier rain there.
You know,
in Union.
We just have tornado watches is all we got, and it never hurts to double check yourself on anything.
Right.
But my radar follows pretty closely to what it is. It's right on time with it. We have torrential rains going on. Our closest tornado warning right now is here, Smith County, Taylorsville, in this area here, just in that southwest corner is where what we've got. Now, that's not to say that this is just not horrible rain all the way up through here. Now, let's do this, and we're going to come back to radar in just a moment. Let me go over here and pull this up. We need to go over because I've gotten some updates. And again, if you've got a closing that we're not aware of, please let us know. You can inbox us. You can let us know. I've gotten several texts here. Adding to the list that we're fixing to pull up here, we want to add Honeysuckles on North Hill Street. They just closed for the day. Let's pull this up where everybody can read this. Meridian Public Schools is closed today. West Jasper School District, Russell Christian Academy, and all that go there is closed. Quitman School, St. Patrick's Schools, Barbara Henson Daycare, Meridian Weight Management, Meridian and Philadelphia is closed. Clarkdale Clinic, and also the Southeast Clinic. So if you had an appointment there, that is closed. Newton County Schools closed. Newton City Schools, Quitman Public Schools, North Crest Baptist, Dreams Come True.
And then Lauderdale County, the essential personnel only have to attend work. And like Scotty Ray said, you know who you are.
Right.
So,
when it gets to essential.
Yeah, Lamar School is closed. The town of Marion is closed.
If you had court,
Right.
check back
Any
with
kind
them.
of-
It's
yeah.
being postponed also.
That's right. Kemper County Schools closed. Newton County Academy, Wesley House Community Center, Meridian Medical Associates, Owl's Garden and Gift, and Lauderdale County Sheriff's Office Administration
Now,
is closed.
as Ward goes on to tell us, now, don't y'all think for 1 minute the deputies aren't going to be out on
That's
the
right.
streets surveying roads, making sure everything is okay, because they will. Now, if you've got a closing that we do not have, we did not mention, please send that to us so we can add that to our list there. Now, as we look at this, we have a new tornado warning that is to the southwest. Let's go back here and take a look what the National Weather Service is telling us. This has just been issued here at Montrose, Jasper County. Now, y'all see what I'm talking about here as we've been watching this storm. This is going to move northwest, northeasterly right through here. This is going to take in most likely the Enterprise area. It will get Newton and also Lauderdale County. Is it here yet? No. This is 30, 40 minutes out from now. But still the same, it's bad weather. And let's look at what the National Weather Service tells us, Candace. And I didn't hit the right button to do that, did I? As we look at this tornado warning, it is until 9:15. So that gives us, about 45 minutes on this. Western Jasper and southeastern Smith County are under a warning. At 8:21, that was a few minutes ago, they issued this tornado warning 7 miles northeast of Mount Olive, 8 miles east of McGee. We see that this is affecting Taylorsville, Bay Springs, these areas here, Montrose, Lewin. I've been to Montrose before in the Lewin area. We want y'all to be safe in those areas. Take cover now as we look at this. Now, let's close this and pull this back out where everybody can see it. I remember as a kid, all the football games, everybody going to Silverina. If you're watching me from Silverina, you've got family there, take cover. Here's our radar. Look at that. Mr. Big Nasty. Here's the eye of this storm that is making its way. Let me put this on.
All of it looks nasty on this screen.
It does.
It's awful. A lot of awful weather.
Sandpoint. 21 minutes, you're going to have this storm sitting on top of you.
Said it's calming down a little bit in Union, is what one of the Creasy said.
All right.
Let's
I
see.
just got a note that Daddy's Hands Daycare is also closed today. Just got that one.
That would be Collinsville.
Smith, that tornado warning until 9/11 that I just got someone send me that. Let's see here.
Al said that he might be opening up at Al's Garden and Gift around noon, depending on what the weather's doing. But he's going to assess that.
Look at Al crawfishing.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. All your plants are getting wet.
Yeah.
Much needed there. All right. Newton County. Let's discuss as we look here. And I brought this up last night. And let's just be perfectly honest about this. Not everybody is familiar with maps. You don't understand. You know that you live on County Road 491. You've never really looked at a map before. You get busy. That's okay. That's our job to let you know where you are. And there's a lot of time questions when I'm doing weather down here and somebody will ask about up here. It's okay to ask that. We totally understand. We don't mind a bit as we look at this. Meridian, starting right at the moment, is lightening up there, that I-20 corridor. And I feel in every police department that is working right now, these volunteer fire departments, they are hustling this morning because these streets are wet and you're not accustomed to it, so to speak, on your way to work. It causes slicks and wrecks.
Because a lot of people have to get to work anyway,
Yeah.
you know, even if the weather's bad. And
Well,
gosh,
let's look how this gets bad. Now, you got rain here on 20 out by the airport as you get past the prison. I wish y'all would talk to me out at the prison. Tell me what goes on. I try to call y'all all the time. Anybody knows a warden, please have him call me.
yeah.
We get right across this Newton County. There's a little shout out to him.
Yeah,
I wanted to say
yeah.
hello. As we look at this, here's the radar. As we get right in here, let's turn on our locations. Let's show you more about this. When you get past this, right sits here is Chunky, Mississippi, the post office. It's raining there, but not as bad as you get close to the Red Goat where that exit is. Hickory picking. Y'all
Yeah.
got some showers coming down right now. All the way down to the Dollar General sitting right there, downtown Hickory. It's pouring rain there. Just north of that, if you were wanted to leave there and you get off Hickory and go north on Highway 503 up to Decatur, it's going to be rough. That first 3 to 4 miles, Candace, you're not going to be able to see what you're doing. So either pull over there, as we all know where Rose Mobile
Yeah.
Homes used to sit.
Right.
There's plenty of room to pull off the road there where Track Plus
Yeah,
is.
don't try to drive through it for sure.
No.
Somebody could be stopped in the road trying, you know, that can't see, and you could bump into them. So
And
just
don't
pull
let
off.
this fool you here at Decatur right now. You got a brief moment of no rain, but all the way back down on 15 to downtown Newton past Walmart, just south of town. Look at that.
Yeah.
Pouring. And 20 is one of the most dangerous places that we have. I cannot tell y'all of how many texts, how many pictures I get of throughout 20 to Jackson, Mississippi, the wrecks I get a day.
Right. You know, the 18-wheelers can go by you, though, and they throw all that water onto your windshield because it's higher up
Right.
than a car, you know, obviously. But, yeah, just don't take a chance. I mean, pull off and let the rain ease up before you try to move on to where you got to go. I
Now,
mean, it's
Tiffany
just-
Gordon asked me a question. I don't know the answer to this.
somebody answered it. They said that it was closed.
Okay, Highland Baptist?
Yeah. Yeah, Beth Sites answered, said yes, closed all day.
Okay, I did not get that, and we appreciate that. We'll try to add that to our list also here in just a moment. And again, if you've got a business, let us know, because it truly, I can't tell you the times I've left home and I needed to get something done and you pull up and the door's locked and you don't know.
Right.
So it's just a courtesy to let others know that you'll be close. Do that. Let us know. We're glad to talk about that this morning. We're still watching this tornado warning here, Jasper County. That is right close to us. Again, moving northeasterly as we watch these storms come across here. And the rain has just gotten so much heavier south in the western portion of Newton County. Look at this right here. As you come in here to the county there, boy, Lawrence, it is raining hard. Let's go back over to Lauderdale County, Candace, and take a look at what we've got going on here. Not much to really talk about unless you go past the four-way there. You're sitting in Collinsville, you go north.
Yes.
You get a few miles up the road out of town, still on 4-lane. It's going to get heavy right before you get to Battlefield.
Okay. My daughter's on 491. That's one of the reasons, too. I was wondering about that.
Yeah, she needs to sit still right through there. Now, 19 right there at Tucker, where the elementary school is, y'all. That's pretty rough there. That's just north. Here's our friends Kenny and all them. But when you get right there where the school is at Tucker Elementary, it's horrendous. 2-lane road. We don't want any more accidents out there. I'm getting a text here. Let me see what we got here. Let's see. Hickory Picking and the Red Goat will postpone opening today. We plan to open after lunch, depending upon weather. So they'll let us know there at Hickory Picking what they're going to do, reevaluate the weather. Now, as I've watched all of this from the National Weather Service, and let me just go back and check them. The last update, they were very vague. And you go, well, why is the National Weather Service being vague? Because they've got to be, because this is one of those that is hard to pinpoint as the storm. They're still saying this is going in through this afternoon, where they were saying through 6 o'clock. They backed off of that and saying afternoon, which could mean 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. So you're kind of covered there with the language and not narrowing it down to an exact time. That's why they're doing that. As we look at the areas that is a level 3, let me pull this up from the National Weather Service, and then we will look at our map in comparison. Let's pull this up here. This is the National Weather Service. I got to go back and hit a button, Candace. Okay. That is the National Weather Service. It shows it the southern portion of Neshoba County and most of Kemper and all of Lauderdale southward still under a level 3. That's what they've got. Now, let's go deeper into this. Our radar will tell us a little bit more about this situation. Let me get back over here. We got a lot to look at. I got a lot of things open in case we need it. All right, let's severe weather storm predictions for today. Here we go. Let's pull this up so everybody can see. Right there is what we've got. Let's turn this off. A little adjustment, not a lot of change. So if you're in the Starkville area, you're pretty safe at this point. Right. It's just a level 1 there. You go southward there. Macon, Mississippi is going to be a level 2. Very little area there. South Noxapater, you're in a level 2 in between Burnside Park, and there's a level 2. But from the city limits south and east is a level 3 to where tornadic activity could begin there. Yeah, so that would include Philadelphia, Scuba, Meridian, Laurel, all those, and down south to Hattiesburg. Somebody was asking about Enterprise. Let them know about Enterprise, because school is not closed in Enterprise, they said. So. Everything is safe right now. Okay. As you'll look at this blinking. Let's turn off the severe weather. Now, let me do this before we do that. Let's go over here and look at our winds. Let me turn this off. And let's look at our damaging winds that have been coming through this. Do y'all see these dark green? Look at Newton County as we talked about that. Look at all of that dark, dark, dark. That's where the winds are, right here around this tornado right now warning that we've got at Taylorsville. Dark, heavy, heavy wind with this. That's that old damaging wind that we were saying from the National Weather Service that could be up to 70 miles an hour. Right, definitely could take down trees. Yeah. Yeah, without a doubt. With all this rain and everything. I'm going to mention a couple more. I think it's Fergie's Lawn Service in Hickory is closed today. Grace Family Medical Clinic in Newton also closed today. It kind of tough there to mow grass and all this, isn't it? Yeah, I was like, is that, I would not get out in. Now, I turned this on just to show you this, because we did have mentioned that it could be a little worse than we thought. We could have up to golf ball size hail. The only thing that we're picking up right now is down here around McGee and Mize, Mississippi, the hail. So our area so far, if you'll look across this, hasn't gotten hail yet, which is good. But just a heads up, to the south of us, let me stress this. I mean, you know how hard it is to save your money and go buy a new car. Yes. You drove an older car for years, and you finally got one. Yeah. Do you want dents all in it? No, I wouldn't. You know, at our place, I mean, we don't have anything to pull it under. So. Yeah. So but you got to go visit that friend that's got a carport and go, hey, I'm coming over for some coffee. Goodness. We are getting some spam on the Facebook side. We'll take care of that in a little bit to get rid of that. I know that's always aggravating when somebody is a spammer that just doing things to be mean. Lauderdale County, and let's go back and talk about this. We had these people wanting to know about down here in Enterprise. All is safe. There's nothing going on right there. Barely raining in Stonewall. Equipment a little bit out to Mars Chapel, Cooper's Chapel in that area. Okay. Back over here, we're watching this. Now, this could affect this area, but it has not yet. We don't want to alarm anybody. We're watching this. Should this take a turn to come toward Enterprise, we'll put it out there quickly to where you'll know. And you're probably like my wife used to be. If a tornado warning was issued, she was at the school. She got her babies.
Oh, yeah. I always either that or I just didn't send mine sometimes if it was going to be really, really bad because I didn't want to be out in it going and picking them up. But, yeah, I was that mama. I'm still that mama. I hate, that my kids are grown and they're away from me.
Right.
Because you can't really do anything but call them and check on them.
Now,
we both have kids in Starkville.
Yes.
I have Dylan there. I have Leighton. Yeah.
I want to address something. I know we're in the middle of weather, but this truly needs to be talked about while we're during our morning show time. 2 police officers lost their life this morning in Bay St. Louis. I'm not aware of if everybody knows this yet. They responded to a call. Shots were fired. 1 police officer died at the scene. The 2nd police officer died later at the hospital. I do think this had something to do with some form of a domestic call. Whoever it was ended up shooting themselves. I think it was a female. Pray for Mississippi. Pray for these officers that won't be there for their children come Christmas morning because, I don't know another way to word it, a nutcase. That you have to call these things. It's awful.
Had no respect for human life.
Yeah. What trouble they were in, I do not know. But they took the lives of 2 people, and it is astronomical now of the people's lives that will be affected with this.
They were somebody's son, possibly somebody's father.
And you think about this, and I always try to put it down as low level as I can. Think if your husband or your wife was the only one who worked in the family,
right,
and they were the breadwinner, and now they're gone, what do you do?
Yeah, it would be devastating. It definitely would. I mean, an act like that, for somebody to do that, that's devastating in itself.
It's cowardness.
It's awful.
It's what that is. We try to put it like it is. We're still watching these storms out to our west. No change in that. Let me go back and see what the National Weather Service is telling us right now. A few moments ago, the National Weather said for Jasper and Smith County, this is going to run until 9:15, so we've got 25 minutes remaining on this tornado warning. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located near Bay Springs, or 11 miles northwest of Stringer. It is moving to the northeast at 35 miles an hour. And as you look at the wording of that, it's a thunderstorm that could produce one.
Right.
Doesn't mean one's on the ground, this one.
That's right. And like I said a while ago, it can happen just like that. I've seen it. I mean, there was like a little speck on the radar one time around Kemper County. And a tornado developed. It was just a severe thunderstorm warning. It just come out of nowhere. Yeah. And a tornado just developed.
And we can, and a lot of times, again, with radar, I kid you not, sometimes it will be a thunderstorm.
Yeah.
Whether the National Weather Service classifies that as our tornado, but if you've got straight line winds, it's going to do damage and you could be hurt. It's what we're all about here. No matter what it is, we'll walk you through it and let you know what's happening. Let's go back to radar and take another look, and we'll mention a few things that are going on this morning. Already 8:50 as we move along this morning. Bay Springs, as we're looking at this, still getting a lot of rain in that area. Newton, Mississippi. Wow. We'll be right back in just a moment as we continue coverage this morning.
Your next Maytag or Whirlpool appliance is waiting on you at All Temp Appliance and Refrigeration on Highway 19 North. If you've been trying to locate a freezer, stop by and see their big selection of upright and chest freezers, a showroom full of stoves, gas, and electric. Maybe it's a new refrigerator from large double doors to the simplest of refrigerators. Name brand washers and dryers like Speed Queen and Amana. And delivery is available with a great service department to back up what they sell. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and by appointment after hours and weekends.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, day beds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Time to stop spending your entire weekend mowing grass. Step up to a Skag zero-turn lawnmower. Freeman Tractor in Collinsville has the #1 rated zero-turn mower, Skag, with cutting widths from 36 inches to 72 inches. Skag, the #1 choice of professional landscapers because they know nothing outcuts or outlasts a Skag. 0% financing for 48 months with payments starting as low as $129 a month. Stop by Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 and see coleslaw or buttermilk.
Have you been hurt on the job? Call Will Parker. Get the help you deserve. Call Will Parker. Know your rights when it comes to the workplace injuries. Call Will Parker. Call or go online at parkerfirm.net. Call your Meridian lawyer, Will Parker.
Welcome back. We are Scotty Ray and Candace as we start your Wednesday. And it's been a rough start to a Wednesday, without a doubt.
Yes, it has. Looks like it's going to kick on for a little while, too. So.
Yeah, this is not over. Again, our only tornado warning that we have at this point is going to be Smith County is what we're watching here to the south of us down. Taylorsville, Heidelberg areas. We watch all this. Jasper County, Smith, Jasper County, right there at the line is where we are on that. We'll keep you up to date on that. Lake Eden's not involved in that yet. It's to the west of you if you're watching from Clark County. But always, as we know, if you're on the other side of a place that's not under warning,
Right.
take heed.
Yes.
As we watch that. As we look around, I mentioned this briefly this morning about the incident that happened at Clarkdale High School yesterday.
Yeah.
A child, a minor, was accused of threatening others. A lot of people mad, named names of people they were going to hurt. In the end, after the sheriff's department, they were telling them, calm down, let us look into this. And as the sheriff's department dug into this, they found out that someone else used another child's name to make him look bad.
Yeah. Which is horrible.
It is.
Awful.
So there's nothing short of saying there were some bad things said about someone that shouldn't have.
Right. I think people jumped to conclusions, too quick.
With this, the sheriff's department will take every action they can for the person that done this. It's wrong to do these things.
Right.
And here's the story. If you want to go back and read it, is we got the information from Billy Solly, and we also had Ward telling us information on this, and that's what we've got there. That's the whole story. We'd love for you to go back and read that so you'll know firsthand what was said and what was done in the Clarkdale community.
I mean, in a situation like that, I know it's easy to get excited about something like in a bad way very fast because
It is.
That's something that you take very seriously and you're worried, but it's just best to let the authorities they're trained to handle that kind of stuff. Let them handle it fully.
It is. Now let's talk just a little bit west of Meridian because I know a lot of people are doing Christmas shopping this time of year. Let's go over to the area around Flowood. It's always been known as
I was just over there a week ago. Yeah.
a shooting at Applebee's in the parking lot. A suspect has been arrested. This shows you it can happen anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that area has always seemed pretty safe.
It is,
It really seems pretty safe when you're over there.
more on the way. We'll be right back with a recap of the weather in just a moment.
Have you heard? Jackson Flowers has moved to their new location on Highway 19 North. They have been a part of the community for over 60 years here in the Meridian area, and they are continuing the same great service that you've known for decades to their new location. They offer floral arrangements, live and artificial, a gift shop, fall and Christmas decor, along with birthday treats for the pups. Visit Jackson Flowers in their new location 2 miles north of Walmart on Highway 19 North. Jackson Flowers, for all occasions.
Rockhouse Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rockhouse will have the gun that you need. With a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rockhouse Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian. The Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville is passing along these great savings this week. Mississippi sweet potatoes, 59 cents a pound. Red potatoes, a 5-pound bag, $3.99. California navel oranges, a 4-pound bag, $5.99. A1 steaks, also Heinz 57 steak sauce, a 10-ounce bottle, $3.99. Boneless center-cut pork chops, family pack, $1.99 a pound. And certified Angus beef New York strips, $8.99.
Down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
As I mentioned, Joe is stocking bread up for next week in case there's snow.
Yeah.
Just be on the safe
I
side.
heard you mention the S word.
It sure be fun.
night.
We're not 100% yet, but we are definitely hoping that we'll get a little bit of that. Let's quickly look at
little
radar. Yeah. Here's what we have on radar this morning again. For the immediate area, we don't have any warnings. We do have Jasper County, western Jasper around Bay Springs, back into Smith County under a tornado warning. It is raining buckets and buckets of rain in downtown Newton. If you're over there, we got some lightning showing up. Lauderdale County, still kind of calm. West Lauderdale area has a little bit of rain as we go northward. As we look at all of Neshoba County, it ain't hardly a place that's not raining.
That's right.
Northern Kemper County, the same thing into Louisville and also into the Macon, Mississippi area. So we got a lot to watch. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning, and we'll be live today right here. Follow us, Facebook and YouTube, for the up-to-date live coverage of weather.
That's right. Y'all stay safe, and see you back in the morning at 8 a.m.
Thank y'all so much. We'll continue coverage. God bless.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: